It's this attack at the Pasquotank prison in March and other assaults putting correctional officers on guard inside North Carolina prisons.
When the hairs on your neck stand up, you know there's usually something to worry about.
This corrections supervisor spoke to the I-Team. He does not want to be identified for fear of retaliation. He's been walking the cell blocks of North Carolina prisons for 17 years.
This is a tough place to come to work every day.
It is.
You have tough customers in here.
We do.
And then on top of that, you're dealing with threats of violence.
That's right.
Prison officials tell the I-Team assaults on correctional staff are on the rise. Last year, attacks by gang members increased by nearly 100 from the year before. But they tell the I-Team the threat is not just inside the prison walls. Gang members have told them,
I'm going to get you, I'm going to get your family, I'm going to get your kids. One time I actually had a person told me, listen, don't worry about it. I'm not coming after you. I'm after your family.
But I can threaten somebody that you got to go home too.
This former inmate says he used to be second in command of one of the state's top gangs. He spoke to the I-Team but wanted his identity concealed. He says gangs attack an officer or threaten their family if they don't get what they ask the guards to deliver, like toiletries or cigarettes.
I've seen guys beat, like badly, over a stick of deodorant, a bag of tater chips. Because everybody put principle behind everything. So if I ask you to do something and you don't do it, I'm taking it as disrespect to me.
He says he left the gang, but remembers the power he felt when threatening officers, whether the threat was real or not.
I need you to think every threat is real. So everything I do before that threat is to get you to believe that it can happen. So if I tell you that I know where your sister lives at, 9 times out of 10, I done found out where she lives at.
Gang members may be locked up, but they still get their hands on smuggled cell phones, connecting them with their gang members outside prison. The latest figures show about 750 cell phones, or parts of them, were confiscated in prisons in 2013.
These threats aren't just inside prison walls, they're also on the outside, targeting probation officers, the people keeping an eye on convicts living among us.
Okay, hey, how are you?
Kim Sheeran has been a probation officer for 7 years. She packs a gun and wears a bulletproof vest as she makes her rounds checking on parolees at their homes.
All right. Take care of yourself, man.
She says she has been the target of threats.
The threat was made several years ago to me by an inmate that they would kill myself and my family.
But that didn't stop her from doing her job.
Wherever I go, I'm armed, whether I'm at work or whether I'm at home or, you know, if I'm at Walmart.
She says she's seen an increase in threats from gangs.
They are becoming more bold, and they're not worried about being found out to be gang members. It's a badge of honor.
The gang problem is growing, and it's grown by a significant percentage over the last 10 years.
Frank Perry is the head of the State Department of Public Safety, which oversees the prison and probation system. Perry says to cut down on inmate threats and assaults, the department has created an intelligence unit, keeping tabs on inmates.
And it forms a bridge of intelligence as to what's going on inside facilities and what's going on outside facilities. There's an assault every 11 hours. And we've got to stop that inside, but also is to use intelligence to stop the conceiving of and directing of crime outside from within the prisons.
While the Department of Corrections works on preventing violence targeting staff and their families, prison guards still deal day to day with the reality of threats by inmates.
They know how to get in your head. It takes a strong character to stop them either way and to stand up to that.